Francoise Bettencourt Meyers is the granddaughter of the founder of L'Oréal and the richest woman in the world. Bettencourt Meyers and her family own around 33% of L'Oréal stock. She has served on L'Oréal's board since 1997 and is chairwoman of the family holding company. She became France's reigning L'Oréal heiress in 2017 when her mother Liliane Bettencourt, then the world's richest woman, died at age 94. Bettencourt Meyers also serves as the president of her family's philanthropic foundation, which encourages French progress in the sciences and arts. Together, L'Oréal and the Bettencourt Meyers family agreed to donate $226 million to repair Notre Dame Cathedral following the April 2019 fire. Known as the Oracle of Omaha, Warren Buffett is one of the most successful investors of all time. Buffett runs Berkshire Hathaway, which owns more than 60 companies, including insurer Geico, battery maker Duracell and restaurant chain Dairy Queen. The son of a U.S. congressman, he first bought stock at age 11 and first filed taxes at age 13. He has promised to donate over 99% of his wealth. So far he has given more than $41 billion, mostly to the Gates Foundation and his kids' foundations. In 2010, he and Bill Gates launched the Giving Pledge, asking billionaires to commit to donating at least half of their wealth to charitable causes. Larry Ellison is chairman, chief technology officer and co-founder of software giant Oracle, of which he owns about 35%. He gave up the Oracle CEO role in 2014 after 37 years at the helm. Oracle has grown in part through steady acquisitions of software companies, the biggest of which was $9.3 billion for NetSuite in 2016. In May 2016, Ellison pledged $200 million to the University of Southern California for a cancer treatment center. In 2012, Ellison spent $300 million to buy nearly all of Hawaiian island Lanai. So far, he has built a hydroponic farm and a luxury spa there. Ellison joined Tesla's board in December 2018, after purchasing 3 million Tesla shares earlier that year. Sergey Brin stepped down as president of Alphabet, parent company of Google, in December 2019 but remains a controller, shareholder and a board member. He co-founded Google with Larry Page in 1998 after the two met at Stanford University while studying for advanced degrees in computer science. Google went public in 2004 and changed its name to Alphabet in 2015. Brin was absent from public Alphabet events for much of 2019. He spent his time on Alphabet's Moonshot Research Lab X. Brin is reportedly funding a high-tech airship project. Larry Page stepped down as CEO of Alphabet, the parent of Google, in December 2019 but remains a board member and a controlling shareholder. He co-founded Google in 1998 with fellow Stanford PhD student Sergey Brin. With Brin, Page invented Google's PageRank algorithm, which powers the search engine. Page was CEO until 2001, when Eric Schmidt took over, and then from 2011 until 2015, when he became CEO of Google's new parent company Alphabet. He is a founding investor in space exploration company Planetary Resources and is also funding flying car startups Katie Hawk and Opener. Facebook, the social network Zuckerberg runs, has become a go-to communications tool during the coronavirus pandemic lockdown. More than 1,000 advertisers joined boycott in June to protest Facebook's lax policing of hate speech and misleading posts from politicians. Zuckerberg started Facebook at Harvard in 2004 at the age of 19 for students to match names with photos of classmates. He took Facebook public in May 2012 and still owns about 15% of the stock. In December 2015, Zuckerberg and his wife, Priscilla Chan, pledged to give away 99% of their Facebook stake over their lifetimes. Gates and Melinda French Gates, now divorcing, share the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, the world's largest private charitable foundation. On May 3, 2021, Bill and Melinda each announced on Twitter they were ending their marriage after 27 years. They will still co-chair the foundation. Gates, who co-founded Microsoft with Paul Allen in 1975, has transferred at least $3 billion worth of shares in public companies to Melinda. As of March 2020, when Gates stepped down from the Microsoft board, he owned about 1% of the software and computing company's shares. He has invested in dozens of companies including Canadian National Railway and AutoNation, and is one of the largest owners of farmland in the U.S. To date, Gates has donated $35.8 billion worth of Microsoft stock to the Gates Foundation. Elon Musk is working to revolutionize transportation both on Earth through electric car maker Tesla and in space via rocket producer SpaceX. He owns 21% of Tesla but has pledged more than half his stake as collateral for loans. Forbes has discounted his stake to take the loans into account. He stepped down as chairman in 2018 after making alleged false statements about a plan to take Tesla private, triggering an SEC probe. SpaceX, Musk's rocket company, is now valued at $74 billion after its latest funding round in February 2021. He grew up in South Africa, then immigrated to Canada at age 17. He landed in the U.S. as a transfer student to the University of Pennsylvania. One of the world's ultimate tastemakers, Bernard Arnault oversees an empire of 70 brands including Louis Vuitton and Sephora. In January 2021, LVMH completed a deal for American jeweler Tiffany & Company for $15.8 billion. Believed to be the biggest luxury brand acquisition ever, LVMH spent $3.2 billion in 2019 for luxury hospitality group Belmond, which owns or manages 46 hotels, trains and river cruises. His father made a small fortune in construction. Arnault got his start by putting up $15 million from that business to buy Christian Dior in 1985. Four of Arnault's 5 children work in corners of the LVMH empire: Frederic, Delphine, Antoine and Alexander. Jeff Bezos founded e-commerce giant Amazon in 1994 out of his garage in Seattle. He will step down as CEO to become executive chairman in July 2021. Amazon thrived during the pandemic. Revenues in 2020 grew 38% to $386 billion as people stayed home and made online purchases. In April 2020, Bezos said he would give $100 million to Feed America, a nonprofit that operates food banks and food pantries across the country. Amazon has faced criticism from U.S. senators and the general public for its treatment of warehouse workers during the coronavirus pandemic. He and his wife Mackenzie divorced in 2019 after 25 years of marriage, and he transferred a quarter of his Amazon stake to her. Bezos owns the Washington Post and Blue Origin, an aerospace company that is developing rockets for commercial use.